أريكاتنا الصحة وخير الجميع. Our Shorat first. Marriage, I say. What I'm going to say. The goodness is in the gathering. The Sahbat, the gathering, to come together for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the sake of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and awliya, under the eyes of our Shaykh Hisham Kabani and Father Sheikh Nazim, and blessings comes on the group, something you can't get by yourself sitting. You sit by yourself, thinking and meditating and reciting and doing, but the Sahbat is a different kind of tajalli, different kind of atmosphere, comes for a group, more than one, even two people, comes together for the sake of the Sheikh's hand is over that group. If two of Prophet's Ummah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, comes together for his Shaykh, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet's hand over that group. If two of Allah's servants come together for his sake, Allah's hand is over that group. The target, Allah's divine presence, His pleasure. Prophet used to say, Anta maqsood wa ridaka matlub. You are what I'm after, and your pleasure is what I'm seeking. We're asking that. I'm looking on the internet and reading and thinking, there are a lot of programs now, different kinds of groups, different kinds of teachers, calling people to self-improvement, calling people to awareness, calling people to meditation, to improve their health, to improve their mind, to improve their intuition, to improve their success, to bring all kinds of good things. But I didn't hear any of them saying, Anta maqsood or idaka mahlub. I'm not hearing anyone from them saying the target is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They left the Lord out of the equation. And what you're going to do, you can practice so many things. You can practice weightlifting to get stronger. And you can use that strength for bad things. You can practice meditation to improve your mind and use it for bad things. You can practice all kinds of techniques to be a better criminal, a better crook, a better thief. But to be for Allah is a different path, a different target. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was calling people to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as 124,000 prophets were calling, Kunu Rabbaniyin. None of them called people to himself. All of them said, Be Rabbaniyin, calling them to Allah. And the deputies and inheritors of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, awliya, none of them called people to himself or herself, calling people to Allah. To be Rabbaniyin, to be able to take lights from Allah's divinely lights and the holy lights of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's the target for every real way, spiritual way, and tariqat. If they're not calling people to Allah, what's going to be? What's going to be? We become lost in Allah's endless oceans, power oceans, light oceans. If you don't know the final target, you get lost. Like a person sets off into the desert, you get lost. If you don't have a destination or a target, so many paths, so many plains, so many mountains, so many passes and roads, so many caves, you get lost. If you go out into the sea without a guide, you get lost in the sea. Where Shaitan, Iblis, the enemy for people. He said to Allah, I'm going to run after the children of Adam from a place where they can't see me. Me and my armies, volunteers, we're going to go after the children of Adam to misguide them and make them to be lost. There's a word in Arabic, I don't know it, the abandoner. How does it, the abandoner? There's a word, the person or the one who comes to you with comes with a promise saying, come, I'm your guide. I'm going to take you to a better destination. They take you into the desert, or they take you in the boat out into the middle of the sea and leave you there. No map, no wars, no food, no water. You found the word for them? متخلي, the abandoner. Shaitan takes people to promising to take them to a good destination and leaves them abandoned in the middle of nowhere. And the people, where we're going to go? Came to Bani Israel after they crossed the Red Sea in the time of Musa. They didn't want anymore to listen to prophets. Allah sent Iblis to them. Every day, they said they met in a council of the elders, elites, which way we're going to go today to reach the promised land. One coming, Iblis, saying, this way today. Okay. They went without Musa, without Yusha, without prophets. Traveling. Maghrib time, sunset. They found themselves back in the same place. This is where we started from. Okay, tomorrow we have it now. We got this. Whatever they said to each other. Okay. Iblis coming. This guy is, I'm with you. I'm your sincere advisor. I'm one of you. This way today. You reach the promised land. Okay. It seems good. Okay. They went. Maghrib time. Same place we started from. Only we're more tired, our food is less, our water is less, our feet are getting worn out. Next day, Next day, 40 years, leaving them without guidance. Until human beings are going to follow a heavenly guide, they should be lost through the oceans and lakes and seas and deserts of their imaginations, coming to a bad end. First thing Sheikh Nazim told me when I met him, now almost 46 years ago, a long time ago. They can round it off to more glamorous, say 50 years ago. No goodness. There's no goodness without belief in God, he says. I was from a generation before your time. I was teenager also one time. We were no God, no anything. We were living through our imaginations. We're going to make a better world. Dancing, playing and singing and doing everything. We're going to reach a better life. And things got worse and worse. And then Sheikh Nazim said, without a belief in God, there's no goodness, no good ending, no good outcome. It was a shock for me. And so many teachers came in my generation and the generation after and after. Not anymore calling people to Allah, to God, calling people to something imaginary. The whole emptiness. They used to come to Mount Sheikh Hashem in California, coming to the complete nothingness. And they believed the complete nothingness. You believe the complete nothingness, you will find the complete nothingness. What you're going to do with the complete nothing? If no Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the target, what you're going to reach? What's going to be your reception? Awliya were calling people to believe. He used to use the verse always, فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, amanu. O you who believe, believe. Allah says. O believers, whatever your level of belief, improve it to the next level. There's not only one level of belief, there's beginning level, and then more, and then more, and then more. Try to go more. Try to go deeper. Try to be Rabbaniun, Rabbaniin. The one who takes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's lights, and Prophet's lights, and Awliya's lights. Be Rabbaniin. And Awliya came time by time, year by year, to try to teach people. Mostly people are not listening, as they didn't listen to prophets. 124,000 prophets came since Adam, our grandfather Adam, alayhi salam. Time by time they came. Through Babylonia, through Sumeria, through ancient cultures, through this North America also. They came, they say they came across the land bridge from Asia, coming across Bering Strait, coming down into North America and making a culture here. Coming everywhere. And prophets came to teach. And we have traces of their teachings, but not the whole teachings. Time by time, it gets obscured or erased. until Allah sent Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said Khatam al-Nabiyyin. What does it mean, Khatam al-Nabiyyin? He came to sum up what 124,000 prophets brought over time that had been forgotten or erased or changed or distorted or ignored, to bring it back to its full power, and kept it and preserved it. It's important for us to find our way, or we're going to get lost in the great emptiness, the absolute nothingness. What's going to find? What could be worse? We're empty. Before I met Sheikh Nazim, I was following one person. I thought he was a great teacher. He was a anthropologist, they say. Maybe. He said, I went into the desert in Mexico and Arizona and New Mexico to learn from the ancient Indian shamans about their spirituality. First, about their plants. They were using psychedelic plants of different kinds to find their spirituality. And according to what he wrote in his book, he met one and he began to teach him. And he had all kinds of experiences. I used to wait for his new book to come out. He had all kinds of experiences, and then it left him finally confused. And then his teacher said to him, everything I showed you so far is only an introduction. Okay, you had experiences, you saw this, you saw that. But until you become a man of knowledge, by man or woman, using the generic sense, until you become a person of knowledge, it's pitiful only to seer, witchcraft, or sorcery, or psychedelic experience, different kinds of, until you reach to be a person of knowledge, you wasted your life. A person with those experiences is a pitiful thing compared to a man of knowledge. Then he changed the teachings and began to teach him like that. I was thinking what to do. How I'm going to follow that teachings. I'm reading back in 1970. That person disappeared in 1973. What to do? Finally, without expecting it, I met Sheikh Nazim. When I met him, my heart tumanina, satisfied. This was what I was looking for. I was expecting to find an Indian with feathers, with taking peace pipe. No. And he took me on a different direction. He didn't put chains on me, saying you have to follow this or I'll beat you. No, he left it very wide. But time by time, following to his way, reaching to a different idea, a different, what should we say? Different kinds of understandings and knowledges to say, yes, this is the right way. We have to go more. He left me hungry to go more. And then I read about what happened to those original teachers that came in my teenage years, and after all of them came to a very bad end. Because they left Allah, they left prophets, even they left other religions and they were following something else. And they wound up they found only death. Nothing. Nothingness. To be nothing. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Sayyid awwalin wal akhirin. Saying meditate to be nothing. Really to be nothing? What could be more horrific? You lost everything. You were still there, but you did nothing. Allah promising to His divine presence. May Allah grant us to keep the way of Prophet ﷺ, to keep the way of awliya, to keep our Shaykh's way. We're trusting and believing, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, amanu billahi wa rasul. Trying to go more, to reach into lights. الذين سبق لهم من الحسنى. Who stays firm on the way, they should reach to goodness, not to nothing. To an endless happiness, not to be abandoned in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the lake, in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of the forest, with nothing. Hey, anybody there? Hey. And that guy, false one, yes, he did with our grandfather and grandmother, Sayyidina Adam, Sayyidina Hawa. He swore he was their sincere advisor. Abandoned. Or another word. Abandoned. May Allah keep us on the hand of guidance, never going to abandon us. I remember Shaykh Nazim said he came to visit when he was touring in the States. He came to my parents' house in Chicago. I never in my life thought he was coming. He sat in front of my father and he said, anyone my eyes register, I never lose that person ever. He wasn't asking him to believe or to follow or anything. Look, they have that effect. They never lose anyone. They never lose anyone. You have to believe like that. Even if we try to something else. ومن الله التوفيق بحرمة الحبيب بحرمة الفاتحة. Amen. Never know what's going to come out of this talk. So أشهد أن لا
إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله